Hello, come on in.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Would you like this open or closed?
Either one's fine.
Yeah.
What do you prefer?
Whichever you prefer. I'm Chelsey Garringer.
COVID.
Is it okay if I take a seat?
Yeah, absolutely.
How are you today?
Good.
And I don't think I caught your name.
Callan.
Callan?
Yep, nice to meet you.
Thank you for taking the time out of your day to meet with me today.
Absolutely. I didn't really have a choice.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'll try to be respectful of your time. Are you looking forward to anything fun this weekend?
No, my kids were just projectile vomiting all over daycare, so yeah.
Well, I hope they get feeling better.
Yeah, me too.
Would you be okay with getting started or?
Sure.
All right. Did Alejandro talk to you much about what this meeting was?
A little bit, but it'd probably be good just to recap.
Okay, well, like I said, I'm Chelsey Garringer.
Yep.
I'm an outside sales rep for ITEC 451
Mhm.
residential plumbing.
Okay.
And we just went over some of his concerns and some things that he was running up against.
Mhm.
What are some of your concerns that you're having?
Just typical day-to-day stuff. I mean, he kind of told me I needed to be here, but what are the concerns that he relayed to you?
He mentioned lead time.
Lead time? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge right now. Basically, whoever can get it to us the fastest is who's gonna get the order.
How far is your current supplier out?
It just depends on the day. There's not a crystal ball, but it really just depends on the product.
And how is that affecting your business, those lead times?
It really just depends on the requirements of the owner. I mean, if there's liquidated damages on the job and we're expected to complete it at a certain time, then it's like, who's going to eat that cost? Who's going to eat those damages? So that's, we got a lot of projects that need to be completed in 6 months, and we have lead times on certain products that are 7 months out. So we're kind of looking for somebody that can help us.
Okay, yeah.
You know?
I completely understand. And he said that you guys were having low space on warehouse.
Yeah, but we got a supplier now who's taking care of us. They got it all buttoned up, so they're stocking for us now.
Good, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Also, another thing that he mentioned was he was concerned about warranty with us, so I can go over that too.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
He was concerned about switching brands too. So these are some of the top brands that we have. And then he also asked for customer contacts. So those are some of my customers that you can feel free to reach out to and have talk about any questions that you have with them or how they feel about the products that they use.
I don't know what companies these people go to. It just has their cell number and a Gmail account.
I can get that for you too if you want.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this doesn't do me any good because I don't even know who these people are.
So with us, we don't have much of a lead time, so everything is pretty much stocked in our warehouse already. We bulk order with our suppliers, so that way we have enough for you guys. And
So
then
we're not gonna have any lead time issues.
shouldn't, unless it's not as a common product that we carry as often, but
Okay.
we usually carry the more typical ones that you use for your residential plumbing.
Yeah, because we have a lot of guys or suppliers right now who it's common stuff and it's like 6-8 weeks out. So you're telling me a lot of these suppliers who supply these same products, you're telling me you guys don't have any supply issues?
We worked with them a few months ago on how to bulk order with them and stay ahead. So we doubled our inventory, and that way we have enough products to make sure that our customers are getting what they need so they can do their jobs. And then we also have a stock 360. And so what that looks like is, he mentioned that you guys have 12 trucks.
Yeah.
And so what you can do is if you wanted it, we can have shelves in your trucks for you. And then you would just tell me the max of products and the min of products that you want. And then I would go in and fill it up for you. And then it would notify me when you hit that min number. And then I would come and fill it back up for you.
Okay.
Or drop it off at the shop for them to fill back up if you want that way.
Okay.
Which is another thing that I know a lot of our customers have been utilizing.
You do that daily?
Just depends on how fast you go through products. So it just notifies us when you get too low
Okay.
on something that's in the truck. And that works with same with space in our warehouse. You can do that. And then we also can do shelving in your warehouse too, which I know you're short on warehouse space. So
Yeah, but that doesn't matter because we've got a supplier who's stocking everything that we need right now. We're just ordering it in advance.
I was just letting you know the options that we have for keeping products with you too,
Okay,
and then with us. So that way you can get them available to you faster.
okay.
And then another thing is e-commerce. Does your current supplier use any online ordering at all?
Yeah,
Do you?
oh yeah,
Use that a lot?
oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Nice. So we have the same thing. So you can create your own list if you want. So if you have a typical order that your plumbers have pretty often,
Mhm.
they can save that and they just click one button and it sends us the order.
Okay,
And then they also can create different lists for different jobs and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And we do the same thing and we pull those orders and get them to you right away.
okay,
And then we do have free delivery as well. So it gets out the door to you right away.
free delivery.
Mhm.
How do you guys make money with free delivery? You gotta be making it somewhere,
We typically make it off of margin.
margin.
And then if you don't want that, we can also knock that down, but then there would be a
Knock
delivery
what
charge.
down?
The margin. The gross margin or profit that would make off of it.
How much are you guys making?
It just depends on the product. I would have to see the numbers in front of me.
Because everyone tells me free delivery and the next thing I know, we're on a job and my guys need stuff. And then I look at the end of the job and I get hammered with like $5,000 in delivery fees. I didn't know where they came from.
Yeah, we don't do delivery or charge delivery. So as a thing that we do for added service is free delivery for you guys.
Okay,
I have a lot
Everything.
of customers that appreciate that too.
Okay.
So I know that's what Brian really liked about the way we do business with him.
I always feel like that's just built into the cost of the product. Or how are you guys gonna handle like the day-to-day stuff that I need? Like if my guy needs like one or two items and we're on a big job and we've already negotiated the cost or you guys have already presented a proposal, how are you gonna handle pickup orders? Us coming in and just needing like onesie twosies type stuff.
As in like, what are you specifically
Like-
asking?
Like you're gonna stock everything, VMI, but what if there's something there that isn't available at the time? We ran out and you guys are gonna come fill it, but you haven't filled it yet, and I need to go have a guy drive to your location to go pick up the materials that he needs. How are we gonna handle that?
Yeah, so we communicate well with our other locations to see if they would have those in stock. And then if they don't, we would just look to see where we can find it as quick as possible for you,
Mhm. Okay,
which we don't run across that too often. But if we do, we usually handle it pretty well.
so if it's a big project and he goes to one of your locations and my plumber, let's say, and he goes to buy a ball valve, for
Mhm.
instance, because it wasn't stocked, and it happens all the time on every job. How are you guys gonna make sure that he doesn't pay just like standard walk-in price, that it's meant for a certain job? How are your counter people gonna know that it's meant for a specific job? We already negotiated the cost, because this happens all the time.
We communicate with them pretty frequently. So our team is up to date with everything that we do out here.
But how are we gonna make sure that they know that it's for that job? Because this happens all the time. They'll come in and let's say we already negotiated the price on a ball valve, and it was supposed to be $5. Then all of a sudden I look at the end of a job and we were working with you. And this happened one other time on one other job that we worked on with you guys. And next thing I know, I was like, this ball valve was supposed to only cost $5. And we looked at the quantities at the end of the job and we were getting charged $20 for a ball valve on that same job when there was supposed to be a VMI.
Okay, well, hopefully we don't run across that issue, but
But we already have.
yes, hopefully that's not
It
an
happens
issue
all the
that
time.
happen again.
With every supplier, at least a few times on a job. So I'm just wondering how we're gonna address that.
I will make sure my team communicates effectively between each other.
Okay,
They should be aware of what's going on.
right.
So if that happened with us, I'm sorry that it did, and I hope it doesn't happen
I
again.
appreciate
I
that.
will work
Thank
my
you.
best to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Thank you. That's all we can hope for. We just gotta do our best.
Yeah, so I'm sorry that you ran into that issue currently or in the past, so. Was there any other concerns or questions that you had for me?
I'm having an issue buying Victaulic. Are you familiar with that?
We don't carry that brand. I know that was Tice's concern is switching brands, so that's why I brought those. If you want, if it makes you feel comfortable, if you wanted to give me some codes for the products or the numbers, the product numbers, I can compare them with ours and then get back to you with that too.
Okay, because we have a job right now, we're getting ready to, we need to cut a PO and you guys don't have that brand, so can you get it for us?
I could look into it, but I can't tell you for sure if we could.
Okay,
So I can check into it and let you know, and if not, I can cross-reference those product numbers
okay,
and compare them with what we carry.
because these aren't gonna meet the spec. Are these the brands that were supposed to compete with the Vic brand?
No, I was just brought that to show what we had
Okay,
in our warehouse. That's just some of them, that's not all of them, but
okay,
those are some of our top brands that we carry.
okay.
Do you have any other questions for me?
No, is there anything else you needed to cover?
If you wanted to know about the warranty, it's before installation, it depends on the company too, so I'm just giving you a range, but
Mhm.
before installation, they usually cover from 25 to 50 years. And then after installation, it's around 2 to 5 years, depending on what it is. And we don't do
25 to
warranty
50 years.
Yeah.
Before
before installation. And then once it's installed, it's 2 years after installation, 2 to 5, depending on the product.
why would I need 50-year installation or warranty on something that hasn't been installed?
That's just something that they have. So if anything happens during like in your warehouse or shipping or anything like that, I think that's why they try and do that for you guys.
They think the product's gonna sit there for 50 years.
I would hope not. I would hope it would rotate pretty quickly,
It
but
just seems, I don't know, kind of odd.
I just noticed that's what some of the companies do. But it's 2 years, 2 to 5 years typically after installation. But we do the warranties through the vendor ourselves, so we handle them. And then what we do for the customers is we typically just replace it for you guys with without a charge
Okay.
as a service that we do, and hopefully it would be covered through warranty. And unless it's self-sabotage, we usually hopefully don't run across that, but if it does, we usually try and work with the customer to see what's going on.
So the spec here on the job we're looking at right now states that it actually has to have a 30-year warranty, which is standard anymore, to have a 30-year joint warranty. So 2 to 5 years, what is that? Is that just on the product or the actual joint itself?
That's the product itself, once
the
after
product.
installation, yeah.
So what if the joint blows apart after 6 years? Because we need a 30-year joint warranty.
Well, we would find a way to work with you guys since we don't have a warranty through you guys.
Mhm.
And just through the vendor, we usually just try and follow the vendor as close as possible, but
Mhm.
if something like that would happen, we would find a way to work with you
Can they
and
give
try to fix
us,
that.
can they give us a 30-year joint warranty?
I would have to check in and talk to some people and then I'd have to get back to you.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
don't want to
simple.
tell you anything that's not true, so.
Right.
Want to be as honest as I possibly can with you, so. Another thing that we do is also state jobs, so if you had a job that was a few months out and you wanted to make sure you had those products and ordered it ahead of time,
Mhm.
we have a spot in our warehouse where we keep those jobs and we just put a label on it saying what job it is and who it belongs to, and then it stays there until you're ready for it.
Okay.
So that's another thing that our customers really like that we do. We have 2 whole sections that are dedicated just to state jobs, so.
Awesome.
Yeah, something we recently started doing not that long ago. We do also have product training and classes that we hold. And then our vendors are really nice, letting us know updates on products and stuff like that. And then we'll get to you once we find those out and let you know what they are too.
When you guys typically host those product trainings?
It just depends on what product changes or when it is, or if you want to come to me and say like, hey, I have some new plumbers that need some training, could you hold a meeting and I could probably work something out and figure it out.
You guys do it like after hours, like in the evenings?
Yeah, we typically try and do in the evening, that way no one disrupts job time for you guys, so.
Right, that's important.
And then we also have our technicians available whenever you need them too, so.
Mhm.
I have a good team of technicians that work well with our customers on,
And what are the technicians gonna do for us?
they just help walk through on what's going on and any issues, or they give you training on how to install and stuff like that, if you don't know what's going on.
Okay.
And then they just give you descriptions of product knowledge. So they're just a good, kind of like an outside sales team too with us. They work well hand in hand with us. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, just on the VMI, that's the biggest thing I'm just trying to figure out. I'm gonna need you guys to come in. I mean, if we're gonna have a job and we're gonna load up and dedicate an entire truck to having just your product, we're gonna need to have somebody come out there daily.
Yeah, we can do that. And we would like to see it beforehand anyways, just so we can see how much space we're working with and stuff like that, if that's okay with you.
You guys don't charge for that, having somebody come out there daily?
No, that's just something that comes with our stock 360.
What if you don't have somebody? What if somebody gets sick and they're not out there?
We usually have a few people that do that, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Okay.
And if so, I can always come out to you if I'm not dealing with other things.
Okay.
But I'll make sure that someone's there when you need it.
Who are some of the current customers that you guys are using? Or who are some of your current clients that are using this service?
We have Bell Plumbing, and we have McCain Plumbing. We have Pat's Plumbing, and I'm just naming off some. Samco. And I have a total of 18 customers myself, so
Okay.
those are just some of the top ones that
They're mostly doing residential stuff, aren't they?
yeah, they do mostly residential, and some of them are commercial, but they're typically on the residential
What
side.
size of commercial projects do they do?
The biggest one that I know that Samco's working with is they're doing a car wash.
A car wash?
Yeah.
Okay, because we're doing hospitals.
Okay.
So the biggest one you guys have done is a car wash for
Um,
VMI.
recently, yes.
Okay.
We have worked with some of the hospitals in town, but it's mostly just service products, but we can find a way to work with you on that too.
Okay.
I know we've helped Ramada Hotel in the past,
Mhm.
so that was something that we had a big project with.
What was the size of that job as far as mechanical value?
I'm not sure, it was before I got there. One of the other
Okay.
reps dealt with that project, but I
Okay.
can check into it if that's something that you really would like to know.
Okay. We have like one large hospital that we're getting ready to do. So that'd be my concern, is being sure that you guys can. So my trucks are already at full capacity.
Mhm.
Can you guys provide us with a truck that you guys own and operate? And then you ship it out to our job site? Because mine are already completely filled on all the projects that we're on. So can you guys potentially worry about stocking for us, like taking a truck out to a job site that I don't operate, that I don't own? Can that be part of the package?
We don't lend our vehicles out, but we do deliver to the products on site. So would that be okay? Like, are you talking about?
I would want you guys to have a truck there to supply our project, like a shipping container is what I'm saying. Is that what you're talking about?
I'm just trying to understand what you were talking
Yeah,
about.
so we want you guys to, if I'm gonna give you guys this hospital project, could you look into the option of having a shipping container out there dedicated for the job site to then VMI our inventory on site?
I'm not sure if we can, but I can check into it and then let you know about it. We just haven't done that in the past. So if that's something I can check into for you and get back to you,
Okay.
that'd be okay?
Mhm.
Okay. Any other questions or concerns?
No, the biggest thing is just the joint warranty and finding us the actual brand that we need. Because if we can't get the brand that we need, then we can't use you guys.
Well, I can check into that brand, the shipping container on the job site. And what else was there?
The warranty.
The warranty, the joint warranty. Yeah, I can check into those and then let you know. What did you want to do, the product cross-reference? Is that something that you would be interested in looking at too?
Sure. What was your thought process behind that? Why do we need to do that? Because we have to meet the spec.
I would just compare these, what these specs are, and
Okay.
then with those,
Yeah,
and make sure. And if not, we can always look into other options.
right. So what did you want to get accomplished today? Like when you came in here, what were you wanting to?
I was just trying to answer some of the concerns that Alejandra had and see what else there was. So
Okay,
I appreciate you bringing up those concerns with me.
yeah, absolutely.
Is there a time that I can meet with you in the future and get that information to you?
We need to have everything figured out by the end of this week or next week, sorry. But I'm completely booked up. So I don't know if I'm gonna have any time to meet with you before we actually have to have everything finalized on the job from the budget standpoint.
Okay, well, I can get all those questions answered for you. And I can send you an email with that information, and then just see if there's anything else that we can do after that.
Sounds good.
Whether it's meeting or answering any other questions that you have.
Absolutely.
That work for you?
Yeah, it does.
All right. Is there anything else that you would like from me?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, I'll head out. I know you're busy, so
No worries.